Hi all, how are you all doing? I'm fine here. I reached the UK on 1st of November and I've started my job here in the emergency services. So I've started receiving messages from some of my friends, colleagues, juniors, and other people who would like to know about how I applied for this job. So what were the qualifications I required, so was it easy and things like that. So today I thought I would share some information which is going to be useful for everyone who is planning to come down to the UK and work with the prestigious NHS, which is the government sector of the health services here. So the first thing what I would like to tell you is this is mainly for people from different job or this thing backgrounds. So there are different sections under NHS jobs. So some people have a conception that it's only for a medical. There are also a lot of non-medical jobs, which is worth trying, and definitely working with the NHS definitely comes with a lot of good benefits, which is not found in many other places. So the first thing what I would like to tell you is that I may not be an expert to speak a lot about individually your profession. So in case you are planning to come to the UK, the first and foremost thing is to have some idea, or what we can call it as a groundwork, to know more about your profession and the qualifications that is required. The first thing and the right place which you can go to is definitely nhsjobs.com. So this is a website where you can get all the details related to NHS jobs in different locations and in different departments. So it's always better you go to the right website, because sometimes there may be misleading information in many other places. So make sure that you go to the right place and get the right information and follow the right path, and come to this country legally, because you all may be knowing that there's a huge shortage of lot of health professionals here, and definitely the government here is ready to take people from different countries. At the same time, we have to ensure that we have proper qualifications and the experience required. So in case you go to the nhsjobs.com website, you can see two things in there. So first thing, you can see keywords, and the second, you can see the location. So in case you're not really sure about, I think I'm not sure if you can see this. I'll do one thing. I will I'll share the link to this website in this video below, so that it becomes helpful for you to have a look at that. So if you open this website, you can see keywords or job reference, and then location or postcode. So this can be the first way of you starting a job search here in the UK. So if you put your keywords, for example, in case you may be a physiotherapist, you may be a dietitian, you may be a nurse, or anybody of that sort. So if you put your position there, and in case you know a location, maybe like a county or a place, like if you want to look in London, then you can put London. So you are going to get a complete list of different jobs that is available. So some of the main categories of job that is available in the nhs.com is that the first is definitely the nursing and midwifery. So we can see there are a lot of overseas candidates they are taking in for this job. Second one is the medical and dental. Then there is emergency services, of which I am a part here now. There is allied health professionals, there is health services, support services, administration services, and so many other departments. So if you click on whichever department of job you are looking, for example, if it is a nurse, you can click on nursing and midwifery. Then you get a complete list of the job vacancies available. If you see now, the current is like, it shows at 30,000 job vacancies. 30,519 jobs are available at this moment. One thing we have to be very careful is that you may find so many jobs related to your profession, but make sure that you have all the job specifications that is required for the job. Otherwise, it's highly impossible for you to get selected. For example, if you are a physiotherapist, they may be looking for a proper undergraduate degree, and like maybe so many years of experience that is required for you to work in the UK. So that is very much important. In NHS, we have like one which is run by the trust, which is directly under the government, and the second are the jobs like which are also under the control of government, but it's all run by different organizations. Like there are a lot of GP clinics, so they all come under NHS, but they're not the NHS trust, so they all work under NHS. So, but still you can get all the benefits that is related to that. And the main important thing you have to know is you cannot work here. So you may be having a good qualification, you may be having so many years of experience, you cannot work here if you don't have proper registration or the kind of license we can call it. So each profession comes with a specific license. So if you need to have this registration or license, otherwise you cannot move forward. So some of the most popular licenses here, like GMC, for the medical people, I mean the doctors or someone who is willing to work as general practitioners. You have NMC, Nursing and Midwifery Council, for people coming to work as nurses. Then you have HCPC, Healthcare and Professions Council, which I am a part, which is for like many of the allied professions. So you have dietitians, and then you have speech therapists, and so many other professions are governed by this license. So unless and until you get a license, you cannot work here. So there are so many licensing, like for example HCPC, for that matter of fact, which you can apply from your home country. So you already have a registration, so it's much easier for you to find a job. To be frank, I just got a job within a month. I got my registration, so that is like pretty fast actually. So once we know that our profession is there, or we know what profession we have to work, and we find out what job specifications we need to have, then you find out the registration that is required. So everything has its own website, so it is like pretty much clear, and there are so many options where you can apply online. So it is not a hard task, provided you have the correct documents and you fulfill all the job specifications. One of the main requirement to come here and work in the UK or in any English speaking country for that matter of fact, is that you need to have a language proficiency, which for me it was like IELTS. So you need to have you need to pass the IELTS exam with minimum band 7. So you have different like speaking, listening, reading and writing in that. So you need to have band 7 in each one of it. So luckily I got a band 8 overall, which is a really good score. I would like to talk more about IELTS maybe sometime later. And another main tip that helped me basically to find this job is that you need to follow them on like their social media handles. You can have a look at their websites. So they are, or most of the organizations are pretty much active. They keep uploading regarding their job vacancies and things like that. So it is easy for you to know when which job is available. In case that job is not available when you're looking at, there's no point of losing heart. So you can just keep looking. Definitely a lot of professions will come up, because again there's a lot of shortage in different occupations. So once you have this NHS jobs, you register in there and you found out for an option. So once you click, you need to apply. So that comes with a form. Actually, it is quite big. So first, I would like to tell you all that you really need to have a lot of patience in case you're applying. It's not just going to happen like magic or something. So each time you're applying for a position, you have to fill forms. You can even save those forms and use it again. That option is definitely there. So which will ask you about like which country do you need any sponsorship. Because most of the people coming from other countries, like India and other Asian countries, definitely need a sponsorship. So if you're offered a job which is not giving you a sponsorship, or which is demanding money from you to get a sponsorship, then that's not legal, because most of the jobs in NHS are sponsored by NHS, which means that actually you don't have to spend even a penny in order to come there. And most of your expenses like your IELTS and things like that are completely refunded. So you don't have any expenses from your side. So that is how I came. I didn't have to spend anything initially. For the registration, all I had to spend some money, but so everything we get it back. Once we open the site, the form, so you can fill in all the details. So one thing you have to be very careful is that there are so many specific questions. For example, they may ask you just share an incident where you used this particular skill. So when it comes to that, so you will have to answer like you can answer up to like 500 words and things like that. You really need to write an incident where you have used that skill. For example, if you say share an example where you used your skills working in a primary care setting. So in case you have that experience, you have to fill in that. So there may be one or two, three questions sometimes, how you fulfill the requirements. So there are things like completely mandatory, some are like essential. So you have to definitely make sure that you write really well, and you make sure that you put all your experience and skill into words so that they are convinced. So in case you clear the interview, so they will shortlist and they'll have a final timeline of how many days they'll be accepting the application. So once that is done, so you will get an email from them like you are invited for an interview, most probably. Mostly it is like an online interview. So you can sit for the interviews, you can prepare accordingly. So what interview preparations you need to do, so that I will be coming with another video, because this is going to be a long video already. So once you get through the interview, then definitely without much delay you will get a job offer. And so they will guide you on how you have to do your remaining things. So it is very transparent, so there is nothing much confusing, and you don't have to ask anyone for any suggestions or options. So everything is like very up to the point, so you can just see the website and follow that. So that is how you land up here, and that's how I landed up here. So all of you who are willing to work in the NHS in future, I wish you all a best of luck. And I would like to motivate you, telling that don't lose heart. Maybe you don't get in a single application. There are days when like you have to send multiple applications, you have to wait with patience, so you have to wait till the date they're getting all the applications, and then wait to hear from them. So don't lose hope, keep trying. Definitely for those who are ready to do hard work, and who are ready to have patience and perseverance, definitely one or the other day the doors will open for you, because this is a country which is supporting so many health professionals and many of the skilled people from around the world. So I hope and pray that you are one of them, and so looking forward to your success. All blessings. Thank you so much. Take care and bye bye.